probably, it looks like Christine is still connecting on audio too.
Oh,
Pat, is it so hard to do your hair when you're on video?
yes.
That's me. I'm always like, no. Oh.
We should be having a glamour class first, and then we can
Right.
go on Zoom.
Well, and I just showered a little bit ago, so my hair's still damp.
Oh yeah. So you're trying to train it, but then you're like, I'm looking at the video and it's backwards. So that's not
Backwards.
helping the training at all.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So we have the 3 quilts that we are choosing from. And so I will, let's see, let me see if I can pull them up really quick. And then we can figure out who's going to sew what. Maybe you're going to sew all of them. I find some of them, I'm like, they're really intriguing. And then I was just thinking about this before. I'm like, have I decided what I want to do yet? Chris, welcome. Christine, you're still connecting to audio. It might be, depending on what your internet is, it might be a little slow. Sometimes if it never connects, you can pop in and pop back out again.
Okay.
Oh, Chris, you're just fine.
Okay.
Oh, it's Christine. That's the one that says it's still connecting. Just so you don't jump out thinking nothing's right. And it's working. It's just fine. So, Danelle, you are new. So where are you located? You can type. I know you're at computer at your work. So we won't bother you too much. But give us a background of, oh, I think I just read your introduction, though. So, I'm going to see if I can find it because I believe you did put in there. I hope it's the other Danelle from Fayette, Utah. So you're you're a different Danelle. There was like 3 Danelle.
Oh, Stockton. I remember.
Stockton,
now.
California. Okay, yes, I see that one. Yeah, Kathy. I'm like, I know there was a few of you who'd introduced yourself. So welcome. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, you did just join. Yep. Yeah. So let's see. Whiteboard screen. I guess I'll just do my screen and then I'll go to Square Dance. Okay, so we have 3 patterns for the Quilting Bee this time around. I didn't want to give more than that because sometimes like overwhelm, you know, too many options is nothing. So we do nothing. So we have the star cube and it lets you know what the materials list and it gives you download. And also because some of these were taken from interviews and stuff and previous guest designers, you can read about them and get more information and where to go to learn more. So this one is the Star Cube, and this one is all about learning transparency with one color. So playing with the light, medium, and dark. So if you didn't want to do that, you could pick three colors and it would look totally different. So I think this one might be the largest one that we have, maybe around 50, I can't remember. Then the Moroccan Star is smaller. So I think this one's around 20 by 20. It doesn't take a lot of fabric, but it has a fun layout with the four fabrics. So you've got your background, then your dark, and then kind of a light medium, and then the center fabric. And then, and it shows you which one you need. So 27 by 27 is for the batting, but that's a moonflower and it's like a mini quilt. I believe she also, because this is Shelly, I believe she also has a pattern in there if you do multiple of these blocks or
yeah, she does.
use something similar. Yeah, which is a lot of fun. It's a little busy because she has like busy fabric for it, but it's kind of a fun pattern when it's laid out overall. And depending on what you choose, you may get a secondary pattern, which would be fun. Then this one was a mystery in 2019. This was called the holiday mystery because you just picked a holiday you wanted to sew for. So this one, I believe, is mine, and that one was Christmas, so it's red and green. But there were many others. I don't know if I don't have them in here. Somewhere, maybe it's in the gallery area, is pictures of, and maybe I'll find it really quick. Photo galleries. I'm like, where's the gallery at? So classes, and then let's see if it's the Quilting Bees and see if the mystery quilt is in here. Holiday mystery. Yeah. So there were many people who picked the red and green, but Glenda did Halloween with the black and the orange, which was fabulous. And then different flavors of the red and green. So that one was a lot of fun. Nobody did the blue, like the red, white, and blue, which would be fun. But there's the Halloween. And Glenda did the Halloween with like everything. All the background was black. Whereas in the one I have, for example, I've got some areas that use lighter background. So, but lots of options with these. So with that, let's see. I'm going to stop the share. Okay, there we are. Monica, welcome back. So with that, we are asking around, like, are you going to choose a pattern from the Quilting Bee, or are you going to be sewing something else? We're not picky here. If you decide to sew something else, that's just grand. Come and sew anyways with us. So we've got our all day sew day on Friday coming up, and we can talk about that. Laura, welcome. There you are. And so Danelle says, I had to work today, but wanted to see what this is all about. Danelle, I'm so glad you're here, and I'm sorry you're working, but I'm glad you're catching us anyways. And all of these videos, I'm recording it right now, so you can find them later on if you have to hop off. For anybody and anybody missing them, they'll be, scroll down to the forum, and under housekeeping, I believe it's like meetup recordings, and it'll be in there. I might actually pop the recording as well inside the Quilting Bee like page, because that would be helpful as well. So with that, with those three being our choices, has anybody decided what they're going to sew, and have you picked your fabric so we can see it?
Yes,
Okay, who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Kathy.
So this is going to be my light, and it's a green. I don't know if you can tell. It's green.
Which one are you going to do, Kathy?
I'm going to do the Moroccan star.
Oh, yes. Oh,
So
and green.
And
Yes.
then and then these are my other colors. So
But you have three, I think three
this
other
is
colors
color-
for your background.
this is
Yeah.
color one, the dark green.
Oh, yeah.
This is the middle
The
square. I don't-
center.
Okay, and then this is the blue in the whatever number that is, 1, I think. And then that yellow. So
Oh, for the points.
it's
Yes.
gonna go like that with the
The center, and then the yellow, and then the dark green, and then your
Yeah.
background. Yes.
and then instead of white, it's gonna be this light green.
Yeah. Oh, I think that's going to be pretty to have a pattern on the back side, like on the background.
It was very, very hard to pick these colors. I had so many different fabrics out this morning.
You're like,
And
Oh,
I
there's
wanted to go to the
three.
gym, so I'm doing this at like, I don't know, 7 in the morning. And this is what caught my eye, and I only had a fat quarter of it, and I thought, oh, that could be the middle. And then I based it off of that, if that helps anybody pick out.
Yeah, and her middle's quite busy too, so I think it'll be great.
Yeah, so that was really hard. It was it was hard for me, and it's such a small quilt, but I'm like, oh, what am I doing? Yeah. And then if you do that one, you have to be very careful when you cut, because sometimes it's a quarter, sometimes it's 3/8 of an inch. instead of your usual 3.5 or 4 inches or whatever, you have to.
Yeah, I didn't look at the pattern yet. Have you looked at the pattern? So there's some weird sizes in there.
Yeah, very weird. Yes.
Oh, okay. So make
So,
sure.
yeah, so suggestion on the 7/8 or 3/8. If those are for half square triangles, bump it up to the
Right. Well,
yeah.
it's weird because it looks sort of kind of like a flying geese, but it's not. It's
Oh.
it's very unique. I was gonna cut it bigger, and I've never cut those particular. I've never made those.
And then you're like, I think I'm just gonna follow the instructions because it's a kind of a different pattern.
Because I only had like a fat quarter of some of them,
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, it just goes together. Like the square and the square is easy, but you get down to this other piece and it's like not really a flying geese, but it's
Oh, I see what you're saying because the point comes out. Yes.
similar. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll share my screen again because that is an interesting point. So I'll go bigger because that's just easier to see. Yeah, so right here where you've got, it looks like a flying geese, but that
Yeah.
little peek out of the center block goes up into it.
Yeah. So you have,
Yeah.
it's like very rectangular shape.
Oh, I see it now. Yes, I see the seam. Yeah. Oh, so interesting. That makes me want to sew that. I hadn't decided yet, but maybe I'll sew that as well.
Yeah, and
See how that
because because it's a mini, I'm probably gonna
You're like, that's finishable.
yeah, well, not just that, but I'm probably gonna open up my seams because you can lose a lot of space when you don't open your seam, especially with this little mini. You might
Oh my
lose some,
gosh.
So
No, it's not show and tell, but that's what I finished. And it is like, oh my gosh, so chunky in there.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
need to
So
learn better, different methods for that.
and I discovered this, it's like a starch kind of product. It's Terial Magic. Have you ever heard of it?
That's
And it
good.
will really flatten your seams. Nice.
My mom, I was talking to my mom last night and she uses the clapper.
Yeah, I do too.
Yes.
Yeah, I
And
just
so
started
she's like,
doing that.
oh my gosh, I love the clapper.
I know. I've always known about it, but I've never really seriously used it until just recently. I love it.
Yeah, she's like, you just iron and set it on there and you're just like, oh, look at that thing just like,
It does. It
Yeah.
does. It really play. And all you have to do is just take a couple seconds because you take that much time when you press anyway.
right, you release the iron and so it's just like, just set it down, press your next one and then move it along.
Yeah.
Probably even too.
Yeah.
Yeah, wool pressing that helps. Yes. Oh, okay, Danelle, she plans on doing the Moroccan Star as well. Good. I'm excited to see. And Laura, you're doing the Moroccan Star as well. What fabric do you have chosen? Do you have that yet? Oh yeah,
yes.
let's see.
The center will be brown.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And-
like a
Because
gold.
I saw flower kind of, so in
Yeah.
the yellow.
That's
and
what yeah.
one of my greens.
Yep.
And I'm not sure if I want to put it on a light blue or a white yet. So that's still
For the background.
for the background.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want it to look like I'm going to probably use it as a table center.
You could
With the
do
side.
like a tone on tone with like a cream or something with one of those other colors, kind
Oh,
of
that would look nice.
a hint of it. Yeah,
It would look nice.
it is very pretty fabric.
Even a grunge, like the Moda grunge is like a little tone on tone with some fun play of
Yeah.
whatever in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So who else is doing the Moroccan Star since we're talking about that? Danelle is, and she can show us. Joyce, you are. Do you have your fabric? And Lorraine does as well. Okay. So let's see Joyce's. Pat,
I
you
do.
too?
I'm doing St. Patrick's Day. So I'm gonna do
Oh.
shamrocks in the middle. And then like this because it kind of looks like little shamrocks, kind of. And then just another green. And then I'm gonna do a tone on tone white as the background.
Oh my gosh, I'm excited to see that one. Yes,
So-
all of them. It's going to be so much fun to see.
Yeah.
And I could totally see the flower thing, like purple little pansies. So I could see yellow with the purple as well.
Mhm.
Yeah. Lorraine, do you have your fabric there then?
Yeah, I've cut it out this morning.
Oh, awesome.
So this is the center.
Oh,
Oh,
pretty.
pretty.
So that's fussy cut, and so that will be
Right.
right sides up. Yes.
And I had to do some crazy math because I don't have any other of this fabric. It just came as this little square. So for the extra tips that come out from it, the other 4, I'm using a green.
Oh, I think that'll be lovely.
Yeah. And then I have a light purple and a dark purple.
Oh, doing the purple.
White,
Yes.
that's white with butterflies.
Oh,
That's
goodness.
mine.
And you have those all labeled and stuff too because you've cut them out. Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
Because
that'll be
I
fun.
cut mine out too, but I thought the cutting was kind of hard because of the 3/8.
Yes, I've never done that before.
Yeah.
It was hard.
So hopefully I've got it all cut out correctly.
Yeah, and I think
But
that's just
that was
because of
hard.
those angles are weird and different. They're not a full 45 or for whatever reason. Yeah. And probably you just have to watch once you sew those pieces. If she has I didn't look at the pattern quite yet, but if she has a square up size, then trim it down to that before moving on.
That's what I did. Left it just a tiny bit big, and then I'm going to trim it down.
Yeah. Yeah. And that'll keep you on to precise.
Right.
Yeah. Cause I don't know if she sews 1/4 inch or a scant. And so sometimes that makes a little bit of a difference, but yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Pat? Oh, you
doing-
was that Lorraine?
Yep. Did you hear me?
No, go ahead, Lorraine.
Okay. I'm also doing the yellow one.
Oh, are you
Oh.
doing the transparency?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So what color are you going to do with it?
I'll get my fabric. I got to walk around the table.
Okay. While you're doing that, Pat, did you have your fabric chosen for Moroccan Star then?
You talking to this Pat?
Yes.
Oh, yes, I am. I'm not sure what I'm going to do for the background, but I do have white, and I also have red with black. I don't know if that was
Oh.
a good
If
background.
it's too busy or not, so you can just kind of lay it out and see what happens. Yeah.
Yeah. And then for the 3 colors, I think there are 3 colors, I've decided to work with reds. Oh, I have to move it up.
Pretty.
So, because these are yardage, so I haven't cut anything yet, as you can see.
You might find the busy background kind of really cute because you've got the plaid in there. Is the plaid going to be in the center? Or you haven't decided what location quite yet?
I haven't really decided yet,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
that sounds like a plan.
Yeah. I know, kind of lay them out and see which way. Lucy was one who picked a really busy background for something you were working on. I was like, that was nothing I would ever choose, but I loved it. So don't be afraid of busy backgrounds sometimes because they turn out so cool sometimes.
Okay.
Well, a lot of times, but yeah. But then you have to do what you like too. So if
I
it's
know.
horrible to you, Pat, then don't do it. You're like, no way. Yeah. Who else is doing a Moroccan Star? Anybody else has decided? Chris, you're on mute though. Chris, you're on mute. Chris, you're on mute. I see your pink fabric, but I can't hear you. Click, touch your face and unmute yourself.
There.
There you are. Okay.
Okay, thinking about putting this Tula in the middle,
Oh, pretty.
and that one would be the next one.
Oh,
This would be the third one, and maybe that for the back.
Okay, hold them up higher a little bit. Oh, yes.
Pretty.
Yeah.
But I'm still not sure I'm going to do that because I have this kit that I would like to get sewed up to, and it looks just like the holiday one. They're
Very similar, isn't it? Yes. Okay, so what color is that? And that's a kit, so you have all the fabric and ready for it.
I have all the fabrics and everything that came with the kit.
Mm.
So I'm going to get
Okay.
them both cut out.
Yeah, the other
probably.
one's 2020, so it's smaller, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this
Yeah.
one's bigger than that. when it's finished.
I like
up.
the
It
tulip
finishes
pink.
up about 46 by 46.
Oh yeah, that's a perfect size. Oh,
But-
fun.
Yeah.
I like the tulip pink
That's-
choices. That, yeah. I'm glad she found a place to go and is still doing fabric. Yes. Oh, fun. Who else is doing Moroccan Star? Anyone? Danelle, welcome. You've got your video going. Vicki, you are? You have to unmute yourself. Yes.
But I don't have my fabric laying here. I've got some yellows and some grays, and I'm thinking about using those.
Yellow and gray would be really pretty.
Then I got some yellow and some orange, so I'm,
Yeah, with the conversation earlier, it was like, it looks a little bit flowerish. So the yellow and orange might be kind of fun. Sue, welcome. Late, it doesn't matter. Oh, and you put your color on. Yeah. Yes. And Danelle, you are just joining us as well. We see you, but you're on mute. So if you want to chat, you just have to unmute yourself. That's Danelle Bartholomew, who I see. Cool. So who else, anybody else for the Moroccan Star?
Yep. I'm here.
I'm on-
No, it took me a while.
Oh, Monica, you are.
I'm going to
yes.
do the Moonflower Mini, I think.
One thing that happens when
Go ahead, Danelle. Or go ahead, Monica. Sorry.
no, I'm on the fence. I'm trying to decide between the Moroccan Star and the transparency. So who knows? I may just end up doing both. But originally I thought flower too when I saw it, and then decided I saw the sun. So I was thinking more of like along the lines of like these guys doing like out to a sun background.
Pretty.
Yeah.
Very
Ooh, that's
pretty.
nice.
So that's what I was thinking there. Then
Hold
for
that
the
back up.
transparent,
Monica, hold that back up for Vicki because she's back and it's a red and orange. And so she can kind of decide if she wants to go with that.
that's why I came flying back.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I really love those colors. Makes
Yeah.
yeah.
My yellow.
Oh, yeah, I love it.
Because like I said, I thought of the sun. So like doing like a kind of like ombre-ish kind of build out from the light to darks kind of thing. And then, like I said, doing it on a darker like blue to like pop it
Oh.
out.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
an evening. Mm.
Sky and then the sun kind of thing.
Monica, what do
So-
you think it would look like on the white? Because I'm doing a quilting class also, and I need a white background. And I was thinking about putting it on the white so it could go for both classes.
Smart.
Smart idea.
Let's see. Let's see. I just happened. Let me see if I have any.
Oh, that's close enough. As long as I'm careful, yeah. If I go from the yellow to the orangey reds and keep the orangey reds right against the white, it would work.
Exactly. Because yeah, if you do the darker on the outside where it's going to be that contrast against it,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a major thing. Yeah.
You could also, I
So-
mean, that would make a lot of space for like fun machine quilting or echo quilting with like colored thread or variegated might be kind of fun as well. Yeah.
I'm taking a Lisa Kaye class where we're learning how to divide and get our secondary designs and then our primary designs.
In quilting
Ah.
or on the fabric.
Yeah, I've got an Emily star, and I thought that Moroccan star would work for that class.
Very well. Yes. Yes.
Now, would someone come and help me? Because I should get Lucy. I need them done by next week. Lucy, can you come stay with me for a few days?
She's the sewer queen.
Show up?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Now, and as far as the
Transparent.
transparent,
Yeah.
so I would not be going transparent at all. But I have been playing with this fabric. I've been kind of doing some 3D-ish stuff with. And so when I saw that, that just made me think of that as well. So let me show you at least, where is it? What I would be using.
Ooh,
like-
wouldn't that be fun? Yes.
Oh, pretty.
Let me see if I can get a better. Yeah. Ah, sorry.
I know. Welcome to the world of virtual sharing.
Yeah, at one point, at some point, I'm gonna actually, yeah, make sure I set this up so that it's more friendly for them.
I think that would be fabulous as the transparency quilt. That would be a lot of fun to have to do. Because is it three fabrics that you're using, right?
Yeah.
Four.
I probably have some, it's supposed to be 4, but that 4 is more of that background stuff. But so I think I can still fudge something in here. And I'm sure I probably have another fabric that's that marbly effect too.
Yeah.
Somewhere there.
Right.
So I mean, I can still find something. That just happened to be something I had already been playing with. That's why I happened to have that out when I saw that. That made me think of that.
Yeah, it might be fun to explore. I'm excited to see how that turns out. Yeah. Ooh, nice. Donna, welcome. Marcia,
Hi.
welcome.
Sorry,
And
late.
Danelle.
Yeah.
All right. Yes. And Christine, she finally connected to audio. Awesome. Danelle says, oh, I can hear computer says no microphone. Right. Yeah. Yep. She's at work. But Danelle,
I was having problems, but I'm on now.
So yeah.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
Yeah. All right. So we were just going through Donna, have you, and Sue, have you guys, and Marcia, have you guys decided what pattern you're going to be working on, whether it's from the group or from outside? And Danelle, you had said, Bartholomew, you had said you were going to do Moroccan Star. Is that right?
I'm gonna do the Moonflower Mini, I think.
Oh, yes. Yes.
It's the same pattern.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you have your fabric for that one then with you?
No, I wanted to see what everybody else was doing. I like to get inspiration from others.
I know.
And I had a hard time getting into this thing today.
It's a little bit of a learning curve. I'm so excited that you figured it out and you're here though. So yes, congratulations on that. And yeah, you'll have to share in the group once you choose your fabrics. Share in the group what you're gonna sew with, because, and then we'll see you on Friday and we can catch up too. So yeah. So Donna, which one are you? You're gonna do the Moroccan?
I'm gonna do the Moroccan Star.
Awesome.
Right, and I picked out my fabrics
Right.
and everything. I am so ahead of the game. I'm usually so behind. It's not even funny. But these are going to be the colors I'm picking.
Oh, pretty.
Yeah, I think they'll look kind of dramatic.
Yeah.
I like them. And for the backing, since it's going to be like a wall hanging,
Mhm.
I'm just going to put muslin on the back.
Oh,
I'm not going to worry about a fancy
Yeah.
backing or anything. But yeah, so I that's what I'm going to do as far as.
Which one are you going to use for the center fabric? Are you going to go with the light one or are you going to go with that dark one?
Let me double check. Okay, that center one is going to be this.
Is the busy one. Okay,
This is
fine.
the background. There's this one. This is the binding. Yeah, the light print. It's considered a light print in the middle, at least in the instructions.
Okay.
And this will be what the dark print
What the dark
This
is.
is the medium print. Right.
Oh
right.
yeah, that's going to be fabulous. And I like the idea of the red binding too. That's going to be really
I thought
good.
that was kind of cool, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I liked it. Right. So anyways, yes, that's what I'm doing.
Well done for picking the pattern, picking the fabric and marking them so you know what they are.
That's a miracle for me to be on time. Yeah.
Let the miracle continue for the week. May you sow and be blessed.
I hope. At the end of this, I do have a question that's not related to, the Quilting Bee thing.
Right.
So maybe when everybody's done, they can maybe help me what my question is.
Okay, fine.
So,
that sounds good. Yeah.
It's about backing on a quilt. So maybe
okay.
I can get some advice on that. Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. All right. We've got Joni, Marcia, anybody else? And Sue, anybody else? Oh, Pat.
I have my choice.
What's your choice, Marcia? What are you going to do?
So I'm going to do the same, I guess it's called Moroccan Star.
Uh-huh.
Oh, and I'm going to do it for a wall hanging for my living room, which my theme in there is like black and white with red.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dude, that'll be pretty.
Where's
Yeah,
your
so
red going to go?
I haven't gotten all my material out. I'm still, but
Right, the elbow man. Yes.
but he wants me to use my hand. So I have an AccuQuilt. So I'm hoping, because but I'm going to get my husband on helping me cut fabric.
Mm-hmm.
I figure if I pick everything out, then I can have him to, because I don't think that I would make good cuts. So sewing, I think I can do, but not.
Yeah.
But once I've picked all my fabric, then I'll post it.
Okay, cool.
So that's going to be my.
Have you thought about where the red's going to go?
I kind of want the red in the middle.
You don't, or you do?
Huh?
You don't?
I think I do.
Oh, you think you do? Yes.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking about the red in the middle, but then I don't know. I think a lot depends on what the fabrics that I pick out.
Oh, true. Yes. Yeah.
I have some really cool red that's got prints and stuff on it, but it's either black or white print, and I can't remember. So I thought, ooh, I want something that's gonna pop. Good, because it's gonna hang above our couch.
I love the idea of the black and red and white.
Yeah.
I'm really
So
excited.
I'm excited.
I hope he approves your request of cutting for you.
You know, he does really good. He's done some cutting on before when I was like stressed.
Okay.
So when I was stressed out, he did. But you can see in the background the last one I worked on.
I was going to mention, yes, the little garden one. I think that's going to be in the next round for the Quilting Bee too.
I love that one. I really do.
It's so
like
cute. So cute.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
Got it worked on.
It's going to go on my wall in my sewing room.
Oh, fun.
So,
yes.
I have
need
a
to add
couple
a
of
few
them
to my
that's
wall.
gonna
I
get
need the little
hung up,
clippy
but
things, but yeah. I don't know why I don't have those.
excited.
Yes. Glad. I'm glad you're feeling
Yeah.
good too.
So, yep. So there I am. That's
There
my
you go.
choices, and then I'll post, like I said, my material later.
Okay. Let's see. We've got Joni and Sue. Oh, and Pat. Pat, you're raising your hand again. Yes. Pat K.
Going to be a renegade, and I'm going to spend it to sewing on something I have. I'm doing a mystery quilt through the quilt shop that I go to, and I'm way behind. I'm like 5 weeks behind. So I figured
a good catch-up sew day.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm almost done cutting it out. I mean, I had 54 little 1-inch squares that I was doing this.
Oh,
wow.
That's like this one. It was like 82. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? Yeah.
Oh, I love you.
This is so fun. That was what I was thinking. Well, I'm excited. Oh, Danelle says she is so bummed she can't show any fabric picked out. I plan to do brights, yellow, orange, and bright floral with a black background. Oh,
nice.
Still trying to decide what goes in the middle. That will be fabulous. Great contrast there. Yeah, great contrast. Yeah, that'll be good. Yeah. Well, I like that idea, Pat. There's no reason why. Just sew what you want. It's no big deal. And then we'll still hold you accountable, because when we meet up on Friday, we'll be like, okay, Pat, what have you been sewing? We'll still be bossy that way. Yeah. All right, Joni and Sue. Anybody else? Oh, Sue, yes.
I did actually post a message up top that I had so much stuff on the go. I'm gonna do like the last one. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing between the color builders and the Bonnie Hunter mystery quilt, and on and on and on. So
the forever list. That's your sew day is forever list. Yep.
Yeah, I'll try to be accountable.
Yeah.
Did we hear what you're going to be sewing on?
Oh, I was thinking.
You know I'm going to ask.
Yeah. I was hoping nobody would ask me.
I know.
No, the Moroccan star really intrigues me. So actually, I'm going to do that because it's got weird shapes and the little peaks and stuff. I'm a blue person, but I just finished the blue quilt. So I need to decide what I want to do. Fabric wise, I don't know. This one I just finished. I used like some dyed fabric I had. So maybe the dyed fabric would be fun in that one. I don't know. So I've been thinking about it, but that one I'm leaning towards too. So I think I'll do that one. And then my other one is probably I will quilt the holiday quilt. I have the top, but I've never quilted it. So maybe I will quilt the holiday quilt. Still participating in that. Laura, yes.
So how does the sew day work? Do we just check in? It's the first time doing it.
2 and 7. And so you just pop back into the group here, same link. It's just the, and then at 10, we can check in and see what everybody's going to be sewing on. 2, it's just to check in and show off your progress. And then 7 is the like show and tell, what have you done for the day?
Okay, so cutting ahead of time, possibly?
You can cut, you can sew, you can do whatever you want this week. And then if you end up done,
I like rules.
Something different on Friday, that's okay too.
Okay.
Because sometimes that works out too. You just like Lorraine's got all hers cut. Do you think she's going to wait till Friday to sew it? Probably not.
That's a safe assumption.
Right.
Okay.
And it's not very large, so she'll probably finish it. I think last time Lucy was like, I just got done so fast because I was so excited. She made all 4 or something that we were doing. I'm like, oh my gosh. Yeah.
Okay.
So, but they were smaller, you know, so yeah. So whatever you do, Lorraine, it's just fine.
Okay. And Marcia, how big is that quilt behind Marcia?
It's the same as this one, right
Which
above.
is-
Yes. And Marcia did hers. It's like 20 by 10 or something. It's in the group.
Okay, I'll have to go look. It's
See
beautiful.
if I can find it for you, and then I can put
And
it.
I was doing fussy cut because these are embroidered.
Oh,
Yeah, these here. And
Uh-huh.
I was trying to do fussy cut, but I was new at this. So these are, I wanted the words, but yeah, no, I didn't do good. But even though I love it and I'm happy with it, it was just like, but little
that
piece-
fussy cut really threw you off.
yeah, it threw me off and I wasn't as, yeah, I didn't think it through. So I went ahead and just pressed on. I was
Oh, but
gonna
it's beautiful.
redo it. But I worked off of a the 10-inch square pack, whatever, and I didn't have enough because I kept fussy cutting all, you know.
Right.
So I didn't have another whole panel with all of the wording. And so I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna make it as is.
Yeah. Is it finished?
No.
It's on your board. So are you going to do the scallop edge? I couldn't
want
tell.
to. That's
Yeah.
another challenge.
It
that's
is.
my
Yeah,
other
that
challenge.
scallop edge is
So, you know, if I get froggy this go round, you know, and get my one done, because it looks, it looks pretty easy once I can get going.
Yeah.
Work on it. But yeah, I want to do the scallop edges around it.
So that's why it's not finished, because you want to do that. So yeah.
Yeah. 'cause
We'll
I
let
get
you
nervous.
excuse that, Marcia.
I get nervous every time. Now I do have, see, because I have this one.
Oh,
Yeah.
pretty.
Yeah. So
Hey,
yeah,
that's
that's the
pretty.
first one. But if you get real close, you'll notice it's not right either.
We're not going to get real close.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh. So yeah. So I kept it on my board, but I'm just like, okay, well, all right, But I'll
Yeah. No, I love it.
Yeah, so this is my board because my back of this, which I don't know why I worried about the back because I'm gonna hang it.
Right? Isn't that so
Yeah,
funny?
because I'm gonna like the other one on the back of mine for this one. I'm like, I'll just use muslin. What am I gonna make it something? Because it's gonna hang on the wall.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the same with this one. So
I love it. I'm glad you
I'll get
finished
there.
the top. I mean, I love it. So yeah.
Yeah, I went
I
ahead and
did-
finished it, and I'm gonna do my scallop, and because it was fun. I really
Yeah.
had a lot of fun with doing this.
Yeah.
A
Laura,
lot of- and a little embroidery. That was fun. All
that
these
is way
and
cute.
embroidered.
I
So,
dropped the link to the pattern in the chat. So if anybody wants to check that out, you can.
Okay, great. Thank
So,
you.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Who else? Anybody else got anything else? Oh, Joni, did you share yours yet?
No.
You haven't chosen, or are you going to work on something else? Because Pat, you are
I
working on
like the
something
yellow
else.
one.
Yeah.
Well, I like them all, but the yellow one I like, but I'm still looking for material.
Oh, okay. So
I had to, I had the baby a couple days ago.
Okay.
And so I had to totally put everything away and up. And it was,
You're in recovery mode.
it was a, I don't know, I had half a day, I guess, notice that he was coming.
Yeah.
And I was working on something, so I was trying to get it done. So I don't know where I put stuff. It
Oh,
just
I know.
shoved.
You hit it in all the corners and you're
It
like,
shoved such that we were sitting in the living room last night and I heard this noise and Mike says, "What was that?" And I says, "It's a box that fell out of the closet." It opened the closet door. I knew exactly what it was.
shove it in and shut the door.
I just shut the door and hoped it stayed shut. I'm gonna have to pull everything out of there and actually put in some shelving and some different stuff. I've got craft stuff in there that doesn't go in the sewing room, so.
Yeah. Well, I think
Then that requires me to clean up.
we're all spread out everywhere, so you're not alone. Delene says, "I will check in on Friday, but I will be babysitting, so I won't be sewing." Yep, we feel yeah, we get that. Maybe sew before, sew this week, and then Friday is.
Well, I may take my cutting. We'll see. I have to go visit my daughter and babysit her kids in Orem while they go to a thing in Minnesota. So I'll have the kids all weekend.
Well, yay for grandkids, but boo for no sewing.
Yeah,
I have an
usually what
idea, and
happens.
we should invent this somehow. We need maybe a tray table that we can take into the bathroom that we can have our machine with a plug-in. Because usually it's like you need to take yourself on time out. Like, I'm busy. Because that's the only place you can hide.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not into the grandkids mode, so
Oh Lord,
maybe I need to plan ahead like that.
They follow you in just like your own kids do.
Right.
Oh. Then you're like, here, hold this. Oh gosh, that's the best. Marcia has a tiny machine. Is that
Yeah,
your
take
toilet
this one to the bathroom with you, you know? So it would fit on the tray. Yeah, right?
Shiny.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh,
It actually has a foot pedal.
that's awesome.
It's my little traveling machine.
It's like the most horriblest thing, but the most brilliant idea. Danelle says, "Sorry, need to go back to work." Yes, hope everybody is Friday. Thank you for helpful. Yes, you are welcome, Danelle. Good luck at work, and we'll see you Friday when you check in. Lucy, did you announce what you were doing and showing off? I guess you're the
No,
last.
not yet. I'm still trying to find fabric. So I want to do the Star Cube, the yellow,
Yes,
the transparency one, but it's huge and
which is kind of nice because it's got big pieces, but then you don't know how much yardage you actually need.
Yeah, so you need like for two of them, you need 1 3/4 yards. 1 3/4 yard. And so I have a lot of fabrics where I have a yard. So so I wanted to do turquoise, but I don't have enough of this one and I don't have enough of this one.
That one that you're holding with the dots though, I mean, could you find something similar enough in tone that you could, yeah,
This
that
one?
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, I was thinking about that too. If I could find
It's
two
like
other.
if it would be okay, scrappy-ish, but kind of just this, you just deal with the tone.
Yeah, because it's 4 blocks. So I could do 2 blocks with this one, 2 blocks with this one.
Oh yeah. So you
Or 2 blocks with these two, and then 2 blocks with 2 other fabrics. That might work. But yeah, everything I have is like mostly, prints, and I wanted something with smaller prints.
You are a printing person. And then I was like, man, we just need to buy more yardage when we buy. Why are we restricting ourselves to just 1 yard? Because
I know.
Causing us problems.
So this option.
Oh yeah.
Is a little, no, I mean, other than this one, these are a little more solid. So I don't know. I don't have the right fabrics.
So you could do it in the coral tones too. That would be pretty as well. Yeah.
But on my phone, this one reads darker. So I wouldn't, then I wouldn't have enough of this one.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah. Interesting to check the value on your phone then.
Was that an app or something that happens that you check your value on your phone?
I have an app called PS Express. It's Photoshop Express.
Oh, wow.
And but if you just go into your photos and you can edit on your phone, edit your photos, just desaturate it, or if a lot of
black and white.
A lot of phones
You
just
just
have
black
black
and
and white option.
Black and
Yeah.
white.
Yep.
But if you
Great
don't have
idea.
a black and white option, you can just desaturate it.
Okay. Oh, that's a great idea.
Nice tip.
Especially for this one, because you have to get the values.
Yeah, the stripe. Yeah, it reads a little bit weird.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't notice it until later on when you put it up, and then you're like, what? Yeah.
Yeah, and I almost want to just, maybe. I think I need to keep looking.
I'm sure you've got something in there, Lucy.
I've got tons of something. It's just, can I get the right combination and enough of it?
Yeah.
The other thought I had is I might scale it down. I might just take the pattern and
That's what I'm doing.
Scale it down.
Yeah. What was that, Monica?
Yeah, that's what I planned on doing with it, was scaling
Have
it
you
down.
have you done it? Have you done it yet?
I think I started working on it. I hadn't done it completely because I wanted to try to make sure I was going to be happy with the final size too. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing.
Lorraine, you're going to try to scale it down?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might look
so
at that. Yeah. If
I
anybody
just love math
scale it
so
down,
much.
I mean, I have EQ8. I could try to play around with it in there, but I'm not very proficient.
Yeah, I'm not either. I have that as well, but yeah.
I'm faster just doing it on paper.
I have a pencil.
Right, Lorraine. Yeah. The grid paper works real good. Yeah.
Yeah.
It does.
Well, if anybody does figure out how to scale it down, pop it into the group so we can talk about that, because that might be helpful for others. Yeah.
Yeah, I almost want to do solids too. I think that would be cool.
That would be fabulous. Yeah. Joyce, did you mention what you were sewing?
I did. I'm doing the Moroccan star with the St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, you're doing St. Patrick's. Yes. The green.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Cute. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Well, cool. Well, okay. So next step is like whatever you feel like doing. So you can cut it, you can prep it. If you want to sew it, that's just fine. We won't hold you down. And then Friday is just our check-in day at 10, 2, and 7. So if you can, anytime during then, just pop in, pop out, and then you can just keep track of what we're working on and stuff. Pat, did you have a question?
No.
Okay.
I just had an itch.
Oh. All right. And Donna, you had a question.
Okay, this question doesn't involve what we're doing right now, but I just need some feedback on backing. So I did this quilt, this topper last year for, wait, I gotta go this way. Last year for, it's a Valentine's Day.
So cute.
So yes, so, and I got the fabric for the back, but it's directional. So I think it will be fine to, okay, my hearts go this way. My hearts go this way, but my backing, the directions can go this way. Do you think that's really bad?
No.
Because there's just not enough fabric, and you can't even get this fabric now.
No one's
so
gonna.
cute. It's this little Valentine stuff. I love it, but I can't get any more of it.
It's seriously adorable.
I know, God. And I was thinking,
Darling.
well, I guess because you really need to have that space on the long arm on the sides to really look, because I can get my top on there, but you have this much on each side. And I thought that's too risky, don't you think?
Yeah.
Okay. So, all right. So I'm just going to go, my back is going to go in a different direction than my top.
Yeah.
So
I've also just added scraps to the sides to make
Not
it
to the
big enough.
I
sides, it's
wish,
add
I
it to the
wish I
middle.
had enough fabric. This was something I did through, you know, I bought all the right amounts, but I didn't take into consideration
The
this is
direction.
directional. And
Mhm.
always when you do that, you have to buy more fabric. I don't know why, I just didn't think of
Mhm.
that, but I just don't have that much left over to compensate for how much more I need to keep it going this way.
I don't think
keep it going the
anybody's
right
going
way.
to notice
No.
Well,
parts being one and the back
Right.
being another. I don't think they're
well,
consciously
and
gonna understand.
everybody says, or we read this, it's better to have a quilt done than to have it perfect. I keep telling myself that. So yes, I'm just going
The other
to.
thing, Donna, is, I mean, you've got the top done, so whip
Right.
it off the wall, lay it on your backing that's, you know, facing out. Just
Right.
do a couple safety pins and then sit on the quilt, sit on the couch, put the quilt on your lap and see if it being sideways bothers you.
Exactly right. It's not going to. That's why I kept telling myself.
Yeah,
this
because
morning.
you can kind of
I've already
put it
spent.
together and
Right.
and
I'm
try
like,
it
I'm
out.
gonna live with it.
Really
I want
bother
a done quilt. This will be my first pieced one that I'm gonna be doing on my long arm that I got. So yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, maybe on Friday I'll show you some of that.
I know. Okay, Sue, so you got to pop into here. Donna got a machine. Well, you upgraded, you changed your machine from the sit down to a stand up, right, Donna?
Right,
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah. So, and then Sue just picked up the
Moxie.
Moxie.
Oh,
I'm like, it
yeah.
starts with an M. Yeah. So how's that going? We'll check in with you.
Sue?
It's going pretty good, actually. I'm still doing just practice pieces so that I can get used to speed, etc.
Right.
Because man, it's like starting all over again, moving from the domestic to the long arm.
Oh, I can imagine. Now that Tin Lizzy was a big sit down. So, I mean, I had even more harp space on that Tin Lizzy than I do on this, but I couldn't stand pushing the fabric around.
Yeah.
I love this. And
Pushing the machine is so different.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
So, so what did you get?
I have a Qunique.
A Qunique.
15R. Yeah. So it's really considered, I guess, a mid-size, but it's the only thing I can fit in my room. So that's, it has to be that.
And I had the Qunique. I really liked it. It was a good machine.
I do. It's just,
Yeah.
you know, I've done a bunch of different minky, polar fleece on these blankets that I've been doing for these babies. We just found out we're having my daughter's having another baby.
Oh.
But anyway, so I've been doing all these quick baby blankets. And I haven't had one tension issue. Boy, it's going through that minky and through that polar fleece like nothing. I mean, it just goes. It's wonderful.
Yeah, that's awesome. Sue,
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what you put out too. I
Oh,
know you've done the
yeah.
practice, but yeah. Get your
So
big one on there. Let's go.
Becky?
Yeah.
Becky?
Yeah, Kathy.
So I'm looking at the, for the Moroccan star, I'm looking at the fabric 4 cutting diagram. And maybe somebody else can look at this and tell me what I'm seeing wrong, but do you have that?
I have it right here. Let me see.
It's a mistake. It's
It is a mistake. Okay.
Yeah.
There's
For
a
H,
mistake on here? Huh.
Yeah.
Where?
Yeah.
yeah. For
There-
H,
Yeah.
H. Oh, okay.
Yeah. You have
Oh,
to
for
do.
H. Okay, so what, it shows a bunch of half triangles?
well, it says that to cut 4 3 3/8 squares for H, but if you look at the strip is 6 3/4. So there's no way you can get
Right.
4 out of that, like the picture
Right.
shows.
So what's the suggestion? What should we do?
Make sure you have more than a fat quarter for that.
Yeah. I just use yardage.
Yeah, but I meant like if you're thinking you just can do this all with a fat quarter, I don't know if you can.
Yeah, because no, some of them say fat eighth and then fat quarter. Yeah.
Right. So anyway, just to give you a heads up, I'm seeing that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So
Well,
where
what I
those
did,
are
and
all
I-
the mid. Those are going to be the. I think those are going to be the.
Okay, so I've got this up on the screen. Can you guys see it?
Yep.
Yeah.
So where are you talking so we can look at
See
this
where it
together?
says H? See those four,
Right here?
4 squares there?
Oh, okay, on the fabric
So
itself.
you can't get 4 squares with that, the size they wanted you to cut it at 4 3/8. You can't get 4 of them in that little.
In that little corner area.
Right.
Okay, so it might have to be cut individually then.
Right. Exactly.
Okay. So just,
I cut it all individually, but before I cut it, I actually took and just drew the pieces on the fabric to make sure I had enough.
well, that's not a
great
bad idea to
idea.
kind of block the lines.
Great idea.
Becky,
Okay.
Yeah.
could we just move columns I, J, and K over to the right a little bit and make the H's a little bigger?
You would think that that would be okay because there's wasted space on the K where you.
Well, I'm
cut
with
the
whoever
line.
said we should mark it out.
Yeah.
I would definitely make little tick marks to make sure my fabric was going to do it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. If
So
you're tight
okay.
on fabric for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for pointing that out, Kathy.
Oh, yeah,
I
that's
was,
right.
I was like, is it just me or should I say something?
Oh, no.
I read it like 10 times. Yeah, I just kept going over it thinking, what is wrong here?
Yeah. And then it gets you confused because then you're like, I'm looking at the diagram when in reality I could just look at like cover the diagram up and just cut it, you know. But
Well, this morning I thought I'm just going to put this away. I can't do this math at 7 in the morning.
cut it out of the pattern. I wonder if it wasn't because of the K wasn't shifted to the edge, which would give you more space on that side.
Probably, yeah. And there's that space at the top too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Somehow that could play in.
Okay, that sounds good. So watch your cutting when you're cutting. Okay. Anything else?
I have some material that's 10-inch squares, and it was given to me. I ran across it looking for material, and I was going to try and figure out if I could use that for the Moroccan star. It's not, I've got like 8 or 10-inch squares, but it depends on how they're.
J is 20.5 inches and K is 18.5.
But you can make a seam in it.
Yeah, so you could do a seam, or I'm thinking those are the outside borders. So that might be your background, which wouldn't affect what you choose inside, because typically your background fabric's going to be a larger yardage amount and you're not working off of the 10-inch squares. So we would work for everything in there, but those little strips on the background. So that's it. So yeah, your 10-inch would totally work. Because I'm looking at the sizes there and they're all like 3-inch, 5.5, 4.25. So they're just cut into those sizes, except for those two background pieces are the long. So you probably be just fine. Yeah. Yeah.
They do that.
Yeah.
We'll see Friday.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep. Always options, always options. All right. Is there anything else from anybody else? Questions, comments? So Friday, 10, my time, whatever. And right now my time is 2. So just depending on what you're at right now. But 10, 2, and 7 is our check-in, support, ask questions, do whatever. So until then, gather your fabrics and get it ready.
Thanks, everyone.
Have a wonderful day.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.